Good morning. Another beautiful day in God's kingdom. The disciples just seem to be getting into one trouble or the other, like we're looking at in the scripture that we have before us today in the book of Acts, chapter 16. And let's read what it says from verse 22. A mob quickly formed against Paul and Silas, and the city officials ordered them stripped and beaten with wooden rods. They were severely beaten and then they were thrown into prison. The jailer was ordered to make sure that they didn't escape, so the jailer put them into the inner dungeon and clamped their feet in stocks. Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Suddenly, there was a massive earthquake, and the prison was shaken to its foundations. All the doors immediately flew open, and the chains of every prisoner fell off. The jailer woke up to see the prison doors wide open. He assumed the prisoners had escaped, so he drew his sword to kill himself. But Paul shouted to him, "Stop! Don't kill yourself. We are all here." And that is something that is quite interesting and amazing, isn't it? That Paul and Silas, these disciples, in the midst of the dungeon, in that place where they were, in the depths of the dungeon, in that place where they were tied up, tied down, had nowhere to go, couldn't do anything. They knew that there was one thing that they had that wasn't tied down, and that was their mouth. And their mouths. And they opened their mouths and they began to pray. They opened their mouths and they began to worship God. They opened their mouths and they began to sing hymns and, magnify the name of God. And as they were doing it, the Bible makes a very important note, almost like a footnote, and says that there were other people listening. There are things that you're going through right now that other people are watching you as you're going through it, going through that trial, and they're watching you. They might not be saying anything, but you know what? When the earthquake happened, when God showed up for Paul and Silas, he didn't only show up for them, they were set free, but those other prisoners that were watching them were set free as well. So in the same way, as you're going through a trial, you're going through a temptation, you're going through something you don't understand, hold on to your God and keep on praising God, keep on worshiping him, keep on giving a good testimony, because you don't know who is watching and who's going to be set free when you are set free as well. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.